Hello everybody. Today at Foamworks we are building an egress window cover to prevent basement flooding. It seems that one of their window wells gets a large amount of water when it rains, so we're going to build them a cover that resembles some of the siding that they have. And this is going to be elevated a couple feet off the ground so that they still get light and have access in and out of the window. So what we got here is a 4x8 sheet of foam, 4 inches on one side, 5 inches on the other. And then I tacked on another 3 inches of foam with some great stuff spray foam to give it a few more inches so it covers all of the window well, has a couple inches overhang. These are going to be the pillars that hold it up off the ground and give them access to the window still. And as you can see, what I've got going here is I just sharpied some lines out. It's kind of the design that they have on the lower portion of their house against the foundation wall. And I'm going to use a chainsaw to kind of carve this pattern out, give it some recessed mortar lines, and give the rock a little bit of texture before we mud it. And these I will saw into some cylinder shapes to resemble some round columns. And I'll give you a brief viewing of some of the chainsaw work. We use a little Remington electric saw. This one's fairly worn out and about ready to get a new one. But basically we just go ahead and add a line here where I forgot to draw one in. You can just kind of freehand saw it into some shapes, and then I'll also use a chainsaw to roughen the area up and give it some texture. We'll do that to the whole surface area. And then I'll go pre-fit it and make sure it fits and the customer likes the foam look of it, and then we'll start mudding it probably tomorrow. Put a layer of Stow base coat adhesive and some fiberglass mesh embedded into the concrete, and we'll finish it with some pre-colored texture and do some painting on it. Thanks for watching, guys. Hello everybody. Today we are working on that egress window cover, and as I mentioned in the other video, we are going to put some little cylinder columns underneath the cover to hold it up off the ground. So what I'm going to do today is show you how to carve a circular cylinder with a chainsaw. And I started out with some 8x8 by 2 foot square blocks, and what I did was mark them every 2.5 inches all the way around. Now what I'm going to do is cut those line to line out. Now we have the rough shape of the cylinder. A couple of these. I used a little bucket and drew a little cylinder circle on the top, so I have a little reference marks. Now what I'm going to do is take my foam rasp. This is a Winlock carbide bit 8x14 wall rasp used for foam. And what I'm going to do here is just start taking these rough edges off, follow the shape of that top cylinder there. Do all these one hard line at a time. I'm getting closer and closer to the cylinder shape that I'm looking for. I'll continue on doing that all the way around, following that guide mark as I go. I'll switch up to a smaller, more easy to use brass. This is another carbide bit, but it's coated in a plastic, and then these are just self-sticky pads that you stick on wooden float handles, and these are good for detail in small areas of the walls. I like to use them to do corners and all the fine detail rasting that needs to be done. Important, just keep on moving. Don't rasp any one section too much. Just keep your rasp going and keep your foam piece moving. See, it's slowly becoming round. I'll do that to all the cylinders here. I'll do about half at a time. Flip it over, do the other half. I'll use this half as a guide since I have this side marked. Use that as a guide and follow through with it. Now that I have somewhat of a cylinder shape, I'll double check it, then I'll start doing the whole thing. In one stroke. While turning it, careful not to take off too much on one edge. But at the same time, making sure that it's somewhat uniform. cylinder. Be a round column. Hello everybody. Today at Foamworks we are working on the egress window cover for the prevention of water in their window well leaking into the basement. And what I've done is got it all mudded and textured. I just painted these pillars to match the house, and now I'm painting the fake rock section to match the basement part of the house. And as you can see, what I've got going is I applied a dark color to it all, and then I have some gray that is also a match of the color to the house. And to give it a little more detail, I'm going to go ahead and spray paint all these mortar lines, because the decoration that the other one has, it's a really dark black mortar line with kind of an off, with a darker stone with lighter color of a gray over it. So I'm going to just keep coating this thing until it looks to what I remember. The house is only a few blocks away, so I've been down there just this morning to get the paint and double checked and looked at it again. I'm going to spray all these. And then what I'm doing is just taking a sponge with some water and some of the paint and just dabbing that on. Try to leave the mortar lines noticeable. So I'll go over that several times as I'm working each one of these. And as the material dries, it'll come out with different finishes. So I'll add a little bit here and a little bit there. As you can see, I put some brown in a real darkish black finish. So there's some brown in there, and we'll have the black, a little bit of tan, a really dark brown, and then this gray over it. Our next video will be installing this piece, helping the customers figure out how they want to bolt it to the wall and all that. They want to be able to move it and stuff, so that will be the next video. Thanks for watching. Hello everybody. Today we have installed the egress window cover for the prevention of water into the basement through this window well. As you can see, we got it cut so it fits nice and snug there. Now we can caulk that crack or leave it suspended like that and put a piece of flashing there. As you can see, it'll leave room for the homeowners to get out in case of a fire. Yet their egress window has a cover so it doesn't get rain, snow down in there. just another small step to take in waterproofing your basement.